right, welcome back to Des Moines Junior Bucs. Got our second game in back-to-back friendlies here. Playing against the Ames Flyers orange team. We're in black and orange. We got your Des Moines Junior Bucs 12U white team. We're in white with red breezers. If you tuned in for the last one, we struggled to score, but had some good defensive plays and kept them to just 2 goals. Unfortunately, we lost 2-1. We'll see how this second game plays out here. I'll run through the roster for you again. I need to write this in numerical order instead of alphabetical, but we'll get through it. Number 6, Quinn Baker. Number 13, Asen Bentz. 11, Redford Dupas. Number 5, Carson Folis. Number 1, Sawyer Goldie. 20, Graham Hildebrandt. 21, Frankie Klassen. 87, Xander Marin. 14, Luke McDaniel. 46, Taylor Pembroke. 77, Tucker Smith. 37, Liam Story. 54, Xander Van Tilburg. 82, Brock Welch. And 88, Levi Yohe. Although I'm not sure I called his name out last game. He may not be here today. In net, last game we had number 44, Elliot Buckland. So this game we should have number 10, PJ Brown in net for this one. That does it for warm-ups. Pucks are being picked up. We'll have puck drop here momentarily. And I'll tune in with you then. All right, players out, ready for puck drop. We got Goldie out there at center. Number 77, Smith at right wing. Brock Welch, number 82, left. Face-off is won by your Junior Bucs there. Sorry, trying to get the scoreboard going at the same time. Oh, a quick breakaway for the Flyers here. Shot and blocked by PJ Brown. Ice is slippery out there. Smith loses a skate and cleared out. Puck goes the length. Flyers with it. Goldie picks up that puck. Gets it off to 77. 77 trying to center. Bentz with it in the corner. Puck goes back to neutral. Marin with it. Sends it up the boards to Smith. Smith brings it in. Shot wide right. Bentz with it. And his shot gets on net, but blocked and whistled dead. All right. I think I have that all set, ready to go. Face-off is won by the Bucs. Goes back to Bentz. Bentz pins against boards. Comes back to neutral. 87 with it. Marin to McDaniel. McDaniel puts on the brakes, looking to center. Folis gets caught up in skates. Dumps deep. Marin with it again. Up the boards to McDaniel. Squeezed off the puck. Folis trying to steal it back. Back to Marin. Oh, Marin dropped the puck there. Flyers bring it in. Centering pass. Connects. Couldn't get the shot off. Flyers dump it deep. Folis with it behind the net. Folis to Dupas. Dupas brings it in. Tried to drop it off to Bence, but the Flyers picked it up, bring it back, Bucs side. Gets around Bence. Shot wide. Goalie gloved it. Story at center. Bucs win it by sending it out of the zone. Flyers up the boards. I think that's Hildebrandt stole it back. Could be Pembroke, hard to see. It is Pembroke. Right up, his shot goes wide off the back of the net. Story with it. Story through traffic, has it stripped, sends it deep again. Up the boards, Sander Van Tilburg keeping it in. Hildebrandt can't control it. Flyers get it out of the zone. Squeezed off by Xander. Then Tilburg, that is. Puck back to Hildebrandt. Tries to go up the boards again. Finally connects, that time to Story. Sends it off the boards to himself. Centers. Oh! Frankie couldn't get the backdoor shot in. And the Flyers cleared out. Pembroke with it on our blue line. Passes off. Hildebrandt sends it towards the net. Misses wide right. Des Moines goes for a shift change. Des Moines controls that in neutral, bringing it in. Baker has it shoved off to the far boards. Kept in. Look like number 1, Goldie. Smith with it. Trying to get it back to Bence. And they get by a few. Good stick from Bence, steals it. Goalie picks it up. Brings it into the zone. A lot of traffic. They strip that puck, take it the other way. Baker sends it to the corner. Up the boards to Welch. Welch stops it. He gets shoved down. And a long shot. Stopped by PJ. Puck's down. Won by the Flyers. Good play from McDaniel. Gets it back to Dupas. Dupas back to him, and his shot blocked. A couple of players collide there. Pembroke getting a shot wide left. So I'm back to Dupas. Number 11 with it. Sends it deep. In the corner. Back to Dupas. Dupas getting it towards the net. Oof. Defender almost squeaked it past the goalie there. Dupas steals it. Flyers get it back. Pembroke sends it cross ice to Marin. Marin spinning with it. His shot stopped by a defender. Pembroke stops that puck. Flyers with it behind the net. Send it far side. McDaniel trying to connect it back to Marin. Folis will pick it up. McDaniel with it. Dupas now. Trying to bring it into the crease. McDaniel in the corner. Try to connect to Folis. Finally does. Getting a shot. Ends up wide. Dupas with it. Flyers pick it up though. Coming the other way. Marin puts on the Jets backwards. Flyers get back, and Marin will go to the box for tripping. Back to the penalty kill. First one of this game, though. .847 left in the first. 5-on-4 as the Flyers struggle to win the face-off. Puck comes back to Frankie. Frankie can't quite reach for the puck. Flyers in neutral, gets around Bentz. I think that was Hildebrandt sent length of the ice. It was tapped, no icing. Flyers send it up the near boards. Bentz steals it, takes it in. One in front, one behind. Two in front now. Gets it towards the net. That'll count as a shot. Score tied at 0. Under 8 minutes left. 40 seconds left of the penalty kill. Be more like 30 by the time this puck drops. Story at center for the faceoff. Puck's down. Flyers win it. Around the back of the net, the puck goes. Picked up by the Flyers in the corner. Story tried to steal. Gets around Xander Van Tilburg as well. Bentz with it. Sends it to open ice. Flyers pick it up. Near side. Stopped by Dupas. Pass to Story. Too much pressure on him to control. Goes back to Marin here. So we're back to even strength. Tapped in by Des Moines. And should be back to even strength. We've only got 4 out there. And we're back to even strength now. Took a while for our player to come on once Xander headed off. Pembroke with it. Over on Des Moines' side of the ice. Squeezing through traffic. Up the boards. It's passed to Smith out of reach. Smith tracks it to the corner. Smith to Goldie. Doesn't connect though. Flyers brought it. Stole by Pembroke. Baker trying to pass back. Smith couldn't control it. So 46 to Goldie. Pembroke to Goldie. But shot didn't get through. Goes back to Baker here on the blue line. Sends it up the boards. Flyers with it. Goldie tapped it back to him. And they give it right back to Pembroke. Pembroke launches it through traffic in a breakaway chance here for Pembrandt. Shot and block by the goalie there. 5:45 left in even strength. Story at center for the faceoff. Wins it to 20. 20 to Frankie. Frankie can't control. Story with it. Tough angle shot. Hits goalie right in the face. Second shot from Frankie also blocked. 20 back to Van Tilburg. Van Tilburg shot. That's 3 blocked shots from the goalie there. Finally, he jumps down on it. Story back at center for the faceoff here. Wins it to Frankie. Frankie to Van Tilburg. Tilburg's slap shot. In fact, part of the puck came off maybe. Maybe it's a mouth guard. Story has it in front, trying to get it on net. Doesn't. Oof, and that one went off. The goalie did not quite cross the line. We have no goal review here, so that won't count as they sent it for icing. Marin in pursuit. Drop it back on the other side. Oof. 4 minutes left in the first. Score tied at 0. Goldie at center for the faceoff now. Goldie, Smith, and Brock out there for offense. Welch. Pembroke getting that puck in the corner. Flyers steal it, trying to clear it out. Picked up by Goldie. On that blue line, long shot coming through. Goalie blocks it. Smith steals that puck, has it in the corner. Another shot there, through the crease, but misses wide. Kept in by Bentz. Flyers get it back, trying to clear it out. They do. Rocks off sides. Psych. Folis at center for the faceoff. Flyers with it. Bent's got it back, trying to connect up to Dupass. Coming across, McDaniel stripped the puck. Folis trying to connect through, but doesn't get through traffic. Puck goes by him. Dupass with it. Folis with it now. Folis controlling, backhand shot, and blocked by the goalie. Little shoving afterwards. About 2:15 left by the time this puck drops. Still in the first period. Folis still at center. Flyers win the faceoff. Long shot wide. Bentz trying to connect with Dupass in the corner. Get around Bentz here. Folis lifts a stick, trying to keep it in, but sends it across to another Flyers player. Pembroke heads across. Trip by Pembroke, no call. Gets by that Story. Comes across to Bentz. Asen will bring it into the zone, but collides with Dupass on the blue lines. Flyers get it back. Folis with it now. Around the boards. 4 players digging. And a trip again, no call. McDaniel trying to get it out, and Flyers are offsides. Minute left by the time this puck drops. Story at center for the faceoff. Won by the Flyers. Marin trying to connect to Frankie, doesn't get through. Story with it now, though. Story centering. Hits a defender, ends up in the corner. Flyers pick it up. Baker shoved him off from the puck. Marin with it. Marin looking for a pass. Connects with Hildebrandt, I believe that is. Up the boards it goes. Maybe a little interference. No call. Back to Baker. Centering. Flyers pick it up in the middle. No penalty that time. Puck's underneath the player. Marin sends it to the corner. Baker tracks that puck. Marin has it now. Marin to Hildebrandt misses. And that'll do it for the first period. Score tied at 0. With a 60-minute running clock period for the second and a 12-minute stop clock for the third. Pretty even keeled there. Back and forth both ways. Shot count shows up on the boards 11-3. But a couple of those came from like a 3 or 4 shot opportunity from the Bucs here. I'll tune back in with you for the second. All right, ready for the second period. Goldie at center for the faceoff. It's won by the Flyers. Smith gets it back, takes it to the corner, goes around, out of reach for him as the Flyers send it. Near side, I think that's Bentz with it. Gets it over to Smith. Smith's shot blocked in front. Flyers with it on the corner. Kept in, long shot. Gets through traffic, and goalie jumps down on it. Puck is won by the Bucs. On the blue line, sent deep. Welch puts some pressure on. Puck comes out, back to neutral. Bentz with it on the center line. Gets around one, can't get around the second. Flyers get it back, and look like it hit a player. Going to send it for icing, but did not make it that far. Flyers with it. Welch on the near boards. Taps it off. Given right back to him. Van Tilburg just trying to clear. That'll go for icing. As the Flyers get there. Pass across far boards. Folis there. Folis coming away with it. Shot hits a defender. Doesn't get through. Trying to clear. Pembroke keeps it on the blue line. Lifts it. Flyers trying to clear. Number 11 there. Getting a shot blocked. Second shot blocked. Marin tried to pass it to Pembroke. Dangerous, but Pembroke with it. Getting a shot, and a good block by the goalie again. Pembroke tried to get it up the boards. Oof, a check. And we'll go back on the penalty kill. 13:34 left in the second. Second penalty kill of the game for Des Moines. Folis at center for the faceoff. It's finally won by the Bucs as they send it for icing. Eat some time off the penalty at least. Folis still there. That time it's won by the Flyers. Shot goes wide. Marin with it. And up the boards, trying to connect to Frankie. Flyers with it. Frankie overskates. Quick shot sent through the crease by Marin. Bent's trying to clear it out. Flyers with it behind the net. Centering pass picked off by Bentz. Skates between the player and the puck. Keeps it himself. Comes through traffic, looking for a shot. Around the side, shot and block and save. (12:19), 15 seconds left on the penalty kill, maybe 10 left by the time this puck drops. 37 at center for the faceoff. That one is won by the Flyers. Marin keeps it in on the blue line, though, sends it deep. Around the back it goes. Story in pursuit. 37. Flyers trying to clear. It's kept in. Bentz had his stick tapped. Taps it back to Story. Story trying to get it in. Des Moines stays on sides, brings it in. Connects to Goldie. Goldie's shot blocked and goes wide. Two players, a little bit of a yard sale. Stick goes off in a glove. Marin to Hildebrandt. And that time it gets past Marin. Marin tried to clear it up to Goldie. Somehow puck ends up with Story. 2 in front, 1 behind. Story can't get a shot off. Dumps it around the boards. Flyers trying to bring it this way. Play by Hildebrandt, stopping him. Hildebrandt and Story. As Hildebrandt sends it deep. Flyers with it behind their net. Up the boards it goes. Kept in on the blue line. Across the middle. Doesn't get on net. Pass will pick this puck up over on Bucs side. And a shift change for the Flyers. Pass still with it. Gonna drop. Connects with McDaniel. Defender overskates and a shot and a goal. It's McDaniel from Dupas. So the Bucs go up 1-0. 10 minutes left in the second period. Face-off is won by the Flyers. In and out of the zone. Van Tilburg clearing back to Folis. Folis trying to keep it with him. Bunch of people on him. Still has it somehow. Folis can't get the shot off. In the corner now. Sends it around the back of the net. Xander Van Tilburg gets there. Sends it back. Dupas with it in the corner. Looking to center. Goes for a wraparound. Doesn't get on net. Flyers with it now. Near corner. Baker steals a pass. It's it back to Dupas behind the net. And this one back to Baker. Flyers almost had it. Dupas sends it far side. Goldie in pursuit. Little check, no call. Xander Van Tilburg trying to get a shot off, doesn't get through traffic, and the Flyers send it for icing. Under 9 minutes left in the second. Looks like Goldie at center for the faceoff. Puck's down, won by the Bucs. Gets across to Marin. Quick shot, blocked by the goalie. Oh, he didn't jump down on it, though. Goes back to Marin. Marin to Welch. Welch to Smith. Trying to center, can't get it through. Goes back to Pembroke. Pembroke trying to get it back to Marin. Good stick from Marin, stopped him, and then is able to steal it, get it out of the zone. Smith clears it back to center. Flyers with it, long shot, blocked by the goalie. P.J. Brown. Be about 7.5 minutes left in the second period. 17 shots up there on the board for Des Moines Junior Bucs, and only 4 for the Flyers in this one. Face-off won by Story. Flyers get it back. Cross middle, Frankie with it. Can't get it out. Spinning now, gets around 2. Pass off to Story with some room. Centering to Frankie. Frankie's backhand shot gets deflected towards the net. Flyers with it, far boards. Stolen by 20. 20 brings it in. Hildebrandt can't get a shot off. Flyers send it out. Picked up by Dupas and neutral. Has it stolen. Story gets it back. Story to Hildebrandt. Hildebrandt sends it wide right. Dupas with it. Trying to come up high. Getting a shot. Hits a skate. Doesn't get through. Goes back to Bentz. Bentz sends it around the back. Story trying to find this puck behind there. A couple players collide, no call. Flyers with it. McDaniel stealing. Goes back to Bentz. Bentz skates through his players. Up the side, looking for a tough angle shot, trying to come up. Blocked. Near side, trying to center. 4 players stop it. Bentz with it, corner. Lofts it to McDaniel. Connects, but can't get the shot. Baker with it. Ends up in front. Flyers with it again, trying to clear, and that one will get out of offensive zone at least. Bentz with it again. Gets past 1. Slap shot there, bouncing, stopped by the goalie. A couple shots from Mason Bentz there, number 13. Got the Xanders on defense, 87 and 54. Centering pass, doesn't get through. Marin with it, sends it towards the net. Doesn't get through traffic either, it's right in front. And then a shot from Smith. As Des Moines Junior Bucs go up 2-0. Under 5 minutes left to play. Xander to Xander, doesn't connect. Flyers getting a shot, good block by the goalie. Goldie brings it in. Tough angle shot, hits the side of the net. Penalty. Checking. Will go on the power play. Checking is the call. 1.5-minute power play for Des Moines coming up. Xander stay on defense. Welch heads off. Goldie stays. Story stays. I think that's 77 on the far side. Puck 1. Smith with it. Then Tilburg looking for a long shot. Hits a player right in front of him. And that one leaves the zone. Marin can't get there. Van Tilburg sends it back to the blue line. Flyers give it back to Van Tilburg, who sends it for icing. Drop it over on Bucs side. Minute left of the power play. I see. Flyers win the faceoff. Quick shot. Blocked by the goalie. Smith in pursuit as they had it on the blue line. Now we got some room. Goldie with it. Goes back to Van Tilburg. Van Tilburg sends it around to Marin. Marin with it on the near boards. Cross ice pass. Doesn't connect to Goldie. Oof. Van Tilburg with it. Van Tilburg gives it right back. There we go. Smith with it now. Passed off to Story, off the boards, and he dropped the puck. Goes back to Marin. Marin looking for a long shot. Sent it wide right, trying to hit it off a defender, it looked like. Van Tilburg with it. His shot wide, trying to connect to Story. Marin sends it back to Story behind the net. Trying to center, goes back to Marin. Marin drops it. And a penalty against Marin coming here. They're back to even strength, and then on a penalty kill as Marin goes to the box for tripping. Did stop that breakaway, but is it worth it? We'll find out after the end of this penalty kill. All right. Yep. Fullest at center for the face-off. Puck's down. Big trip, no call. Not sure if it was one of our men. So that's number 9. I think that's Story. Sent it deeper. Tried to connect, but did not. And Pembroke has it over on Des Moines' side with some space. Getting around traffic. 3 in front of him. Brings it himself around the edge. Pembroke looking for a shot. Hits goalie square in the chest, and he catches it. Face-off is won by the Flyers. Try to clear. Fullest gets it back. Quick shot blocked in front. And they send it for icing. Drop it back on the Flyers side. 30 seconds left on the penalty kill. It doesn't really seem like we've been on one so far. Baker and Van Tilburg on D. Goldie and Fullest on offense. Puck is won by the Bucs. Flyers get it back on the boards. 3 seconds left on the power play for the Flyers. So they finally bring it out. Back to even strength. So they're on a breakaway. Goldie coming from behind. And a good block by P.J. Brown there. Puck's behind the net. Ooh, Flyers get it back. Another shot off the post. That one doesn't count. I'll give it to him. Couple saves. Centered again. Right there in the crease. Fullest with it. Fullest trying to connect to Marin. Passes behind him. Marin stops, breaks up a pass. And that'll do it for the second period. Back to even strength. The 12-minute stop clock period coming. Score 2-0. Des Moines Jr Bucs White. All right, we're back and ready for the third. 12 minutes up there. 2-0. Your Des Moines Jr Bucs are up. Story at center for the faceoff. It's won by the Bucs. Almost got around Pembroke. Cross ice to Frankie. Hits him in the skates. Flyers get it back. Bring it into the zone. Long pass doesn't get through traffic. Stick lifted. Story can't control it for long. Dumps it in. Hildebrandt pursuit, far corner. Flyers getting it close to the blue line. So they collide there on the boards. No call, 2-on-1 as the Flyers come with numbers. Good defensive play. Puck's right in front though. Shot right in front and a good block by the goalie. Pembroke tried to run away with it. Collision on the blue line. Flyers will track this near corner on their side. Story comes in, steals that one right in front. Back to Hildebrandt. Hildebrandt has the puck stolen, goes back to Pembroke. Long shot incoming in the crease. Goalie jumps down on it. Still not in control. And sunk by Story. Story from Pembroke on that one. Third goal of the game for your Junior Bucs. Goldie at center for the faceoff. Puck is won by the Bucs. Goes back to Baker. Baker to Marin. Marin trying to pass up. Oof, big check there at center. No call. Smith comes away with it. Smith tried to get it across middle. Smith gets shoved down. Welch falls as well. And a long shot. Hits a defender. Doesn't get on net. Flyers pass it up near boards. Baker gets passed around. Marin gets it back to Baker. And they'll be offsides. Folis at center for the faceoff. 9:57 left in the third. Puck's down and won by the Flyers. Quickly stripped by Folis, though. In the corner, he's got some space. Centers all the way across. McDaniel was turning around, didn't see it. Marin sends it back to the corner. McDaniel is there. Cuts him off from the puck. They get it back. Off a skate, kept in only for a second by Dupas. Comes back. Marin on the boards. Gets it in. Errant pass from the Bucs. Bentz controlling it up the boards. Can't get it around to second man. Flyers come the other way. Bentz coming in from behind, stealing it. They dump it in, go for a shift change. Xander Van Tilburg with it. Far corner. Oh, gave it right back to him. Got it back. Passed off to McDaniel. McDaniel's got Story ahead. He doesn't see him. Too many black jerseys in between. Flyers steal it, take it back, bring it in. Story stops him. Got a shot, went wide. Bentz with it. Pass across to Frankie. Connects. Frankie coming up far side. Has it stripped. Puck back to neutral. Bentz dumps it in. Flyers get it back on their side. Story stopped the puck. Bentz has it. Comes across to Hildebrandt. Towards the net. And goalie jumps down on it. I'll call it a shot. Goalie stopped it from going in. 8:16 left in the third now. Story at center for the faceoff. It's down, goes back to Bentz. Bentz, quick shot wide. Story to center to Frankie. Frankie couldn't quite control it and get that backdoor shot off. Back to Bentz on the blue line, gets past him. They get back on sides as Bentz brings it in. They steal it back. The other way they come. Van Tilburg in between. Long shot, bouncing puck. I'll give it to him. Good save from PJ. 9 shots so far from the Flyers, all blocked by PJ Brown. It's at number 10 in the net. Puck is won by the Bucs. Marin passed it off. Oof, Goldie gets tripped, and we'll go on a power play. Over on the Flyers side, tripping call against the Flyers. Goldie at center for the faceoff. Gets it off to Pembroke. Quick shot from Pembroke. Hits traffic in front. Smith with it. He gets tripped again. No call. Flyers with it behind their net. Pass up the boards. Pembroke stops him. Goldie gets it. Blocked shot. It's a nice one from Goldie. Puck goes back to Marin. Takes it behind the net. Looking for a pass. Spins. Connects this time. A little too hot to handle. Somehow Smith came away. Then he got tripped up. Goldie with it now. Kept it on sides. His shot hits a defender. Doesn't get through. Goldie pins it against the boards. Gets around Marin. Flyers trying to make a breakaway, but he got tripped up. No call. Smith with it. Brings it in. Far side. Gets around defense. Right in the crease. And a backdoor goal for Smith. I don't know who the assist was, but I'll give it to Story on that one. Might have been unassisted, to be honest. 6:24 left in the game, and your Bucs are up 4-0. Face-off is won by the Flyers. Bucs get it back pretty quickly. Van Tilburg has it stolen. Flyers can't get the shot off. Baker got his stick in there and stopped him. Story can't keep it up there by the blue line. Centering pass right in front. Spinning shot off the post. Doesn't get through. Another shot. And a third one. All those go off the side or the back of the post. Cleared out by number 20. Goes back in. They're offsides. Just barely. 5:47 left. Call that intentional offsides and drop it over by the Flyers side. Story at center for the faceoff. It's won by the Bucs. And Story gets it back. First shot blocked. Then Tilburg centering. Frankie couldn't get it through. Puck ends up far side. It won't go for icing. Baker with it. Takes it behind her net. 3 men on him. His pass up is going to connect with Dupass. Dupass has a man on him. Stops in the corner. Up high on the blue line. Now it goes deep to the corner. Flyers send it. Van Tilburg with it. Getting it closer. Flyers send it far board. Story with it. Centered again. McDaniel couldn't get there. Flyers take it the other way. Long shot would have been wide. I'll give it to him, though. Bucs have it back. That's Folis. Through neutral. Pass off to Dupass. Folis comes through and gets out of the zone. Bentz with it now. Bentz to McDaniel. And puck comes out. Flyers come the other way. Gets around Pembroke, but Bentz steals that puck to the corner. Pembroke with it. Pembroke to Folis. Folis to McDaniel. Doesn't connect. And that shot goes wide. Bentz with it. Tries to get it up to Dupass. Connects with McDaniel instead. Dupass there. And goalie jumps down on it. Face off over on the Flyers side with 3:49 left. Puck's down. It's won by the Bucs. Bent's with it. Bent's shot doesn't get through traffic. Goldie strips that puck, sends it to the boards, has it in the corner, centering, doesn't get through. Flyers tap it off to each other, have it in neutral. Bent's, they get around him. Smith and Pembroke steal it though. Pembroke with it behind the net. Pass up to Welch, doesn't connect. Flyers with it at center. 3 minutes left in the third period here. Pembroke loses a skate. Smith with it, trying to get it out, stays in on the blue line. Round near side to Bentz. He's got some room, we'll see what he does. Taps it, can't keep it to himself. Oof. Bentz lost a blade there, went down hard. Comes across, backdoor shot doesn't connect. Marin can't clear it. Puck up at the blue line. Floating shot, Marin with it in the corner. And goalie jumps down on it. 2:36 left in the game. Story at center, wins the faceoff. Marin taps it to himself. Loses it there, though. Flyers bring it this way. Shot is blocked up top. Ooh, they get it back. Sent him deep behind, looking for a wraparound. Marin put a stop to that one. Pinned on the boards. Marin taps it back. Goes near side. Frankie should pick it up. Looked for a pass to Story. Doesn't connect, and they'll call off sides. 2 minutes left in the third period now. Score 4-0. Des Moines Junior Bucs White team is up. Fullis at center, wins the faceoff. Goes back to Marin. Marin pass up to McDaniel. McDaniel gets squeezed off the puck there. Fullis can't get it back. Marin passes it deep. Flyers with it. Kept in by McDaniel on the blue line. Flyers get it back. Sent around the back of the net. Fullis with it. Back to Baker. Baker to Marin. Marin's got a lane. Connects with Dupas, but the shot goes wide. Fullis with it now. Dupas behind the net, looking for a wraparound. It's on top of the net. Fullis with it, near side. Centering. Goes off the goalie's pad and sinks. I'm going to call that unassisted by number 5, Carson Fullis. As Des Moines goes up 5-0, minute 15 left in the third period. Goldie at center for the faceoff. It's won by the Flyers. But squirts deep and goes for icing. Drop it over on the Flyers side. Minute 10 left now. Goldie for the faceoff. We'll say that's won by the Flyers. They try to bring it out of the zone, and they succeed. Bent's back on defense, one-on-one there. Spinning, circling, tries to connect to the middle. Smith intercepts the pass and gets around those two. Taps it off to Goldie. Goldie sends it deep. Smith will pick it up on the line. Looking for a pass, hits the goalie instead, and he jumps down on it. "41 seconds left. Face-off won by the Bucs. Pembroke cross to Hildebrandt. Shot doesn't get on net. Story behind. Puck goes up high to Pembroke. Leaves the zone. Flyers almost had a big breakaway. Pembroke spinning, and he'll dump it in after the Bucs get back on side. Hildebrandt squeezes in on that puck. Flyers still with it. Up the boards near side. 10 seconds left. Pembroke keeps it in, dumps it back to the corner, and that should do it. 4, 3, 2, 1. And while the Bucs lost the first game against the Ames Flyers team 2-1, they win this one 5-0. Appreciate everyone tuning in. I will send out game highlights. You guys should be able to see it all after the fact if you go back and look at all the highlights that this app puts together. Thanks again for tuning in. I think we have about 2 weeks before we head out to Okoboji for our next tournament. First game Friday at 5, 2 on Saturday and 1 on Sunday, depending on how we do. I appreciate everyone tuning in and hope to see you then.